on, Game Bros? Dr. Jim back again with another video. And today, we're going to look at a gaming trilogy that I've mentioned frequently on this channel. The Legacy of Goku trilogy. First, we have to start off with the Legacy of Goku 1. One of the worst video games I've ever managed to play in my life. Now, let's go over it. Plot: this game goes over the Saiyan and the Frieza saga, but exclusively from Goku's point of view. Because this game only features one playable character, aka Goku.
Wow.
I know, right? Even though there could have easily been other playable characters, like Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, Vegeta, possibly. But now let's get into the gameplay. This game is an action RPG for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance, released in 2002 by Webfoot Technologies, published by Infogrames Games. Now, on the gameplay point of these games, as I said, they are action RPGs that have you as Goku running around in areas, defeating things, doing quests, gaining XP. But most of the quests are side quests, fetch quests, whatever you call the type of quest where people have to follow you around. Don't exactly remember what those are called, but that's basically the game. And there are some very, very bizarre changes where Goku learns the solar flare by some dude in a cave before you go and fight Raditz, and after you fight Raditz and Goku dies momentarily, when he goes to King Kai's planet, he learns the Kamehameha. I'm not even gonna explain how long that is, but then after that, you go fight Vegeta, Nappa, and then you go fight. Then there's this whole thing of Namek, and speaking of Namek, there's a maze, a Namekian Palace maze thing in here that actually took me an hour and a half to figure out how to finish. Speaking of finishing this game, the combat is so unbelievably broken. Each boss battle, except the final one you're seeing here, there's this glitch where if you start using the fly mode right before an enemy hits you with a ki blast, you become invincible. But you can only punch, but the punches do more than the energy attacks anyways. So yes, this is the Legacy of Goku 1. Now, let's move over to a far superior game, Dragon Ball Z, the Legacy of Goku 2. Now, with the Legacy of Goku 2, this game is such a goddamn improvement over the first one. Because one, yes, it only does tackle the Cell Saga, but it does it in such detail. To me, it's one of the best ways to experience the Cell Saga besides watching the anime. And it does that for one reason. It adds in the other characters that were important. You get to play as Gohan, Piccolo, Vegeta, and Future Trunks, along with Goku. Everything is such in detail. Most of the dialogue is taken from the show. Most of the music is remixes from the original Funimation dubbed score. And now, let's go back into the gameplay. The gameplay is very similar to the first one, but it actually so much improved. This real special attacks. You can go Super Saiyan. There's actual skills. This game has skill involved with it. Instead of Legacy of Goku 1, it was complete luck because of how broken its combat system was. This is what I would call the near-perfect improvement on the first one. Yes, I do personally have a few problems with this one. Like, there is this one thing. Whenever you go Super Saiyan, it takes away from your normal ki, so I only find myself using Super Saiyan for special occasions. Which, I mean, in the Cell Saga, they didn't use Super Saiyan for everything yet. It was still new. It's beautiful how well they implemented that. And just again, the visuals even got a massive upgrade. The character portraits look good. The models, the sprites are great. And for a Game Boy Advance RPG from 2003, it still holds up so well. Better than the first one. While I was playing through the game again, I got inspiration for this video. It's beating this game. It's so great. But then it has it's everything about it is good. The storyline is perfect. It's such a good way to play the Cell Saga besides a few minor details in the beginning. But that's it. And it expands on the saga. Like, it doesn't add anything new, but after there's actual side goals. There's a bunch of golden capsules you can find. There's about 6 or 7 boss Namekians. And when you find all of them, you get to go to New Namek and fight Kua. That's such a cool extra bonus. And then, when you get all the characters up to level 50, there's a special ending where you get to play as Hercule for a little bit. Hercule is a playable character in a Dragon Ball RPG. Another thing I do like about this one, all the characters they all have unique skills. They only share 2 skills, the basic Ki Blast and their super forms. Even Piccolo has his own super form, where he goes into his Super Namekian? Well, yeah, I guess so. That form, and it's such a great improvement. And then you can go to Master Oshu, and he'll teach you this combo when you hold A. Each of the characters have a special one. Like, I believe Piccolo uses his stretchy arms. Trunks uses his sword. Gohan goes into warrior punches. Vegeta does when he was fighting second form Cell, the gut punch, he does that. It's such a beautiful improvement. And now, welcome to Dragon Ball Z Buu's Fury, the final game in the Legacy of Goku trilogy, and my personal favorite Dragon Ball game of all time, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. Now, let's go into the plot. This game follows the Buu saga of Dragon Ball Z perfectly. They do add in an extra scene. There's an extra chapter in the game about Gogeta, about the Gogeta and Janemba subplot from the Fusion Reborn movie. Which, fun fact, this is the first game, first of all, anything that showed Gogeta in his base form before Dragon Ball Super Broly came out this past year. But let's go into the gameplay of this game. It plays almost identical to Legacy of Goku 2, but they did do something. Instead of your character gaining stats as they level up, you get 3 stat points every level. And with these stat points, you can put them into 3 stats: power, strength, and endurance. Basically, you can be as strong as you want whenever. On my current playthrough of the game, I'm on my GBA, my current playthrough, I'm a little bit past the Majin Buu fight. And I'm already doing close to 3,000 damage per hit. Not close, but around there. But other changes to the gameplay. My biggest complaint from Legacy of Goku 2 was the whole, when you go Super Saiyan, you use the Ki. But they actually fixed it to where when you go Super Saiyan, you get a Super Saiyan bar. That's Ki, but you can but it's still your Super Saiyan. You can use all your key attacks and everything, it just will drain the bow. So, also another thing, the more you level up in this game, the longer you can stay in Super Saiyan. Which is actually pretty cool, because I want to say the two hour or so point in the game, you end up, by the time you're level 80, 90, you already can stay in Super Saiyan for a very long period of time. Which is great, because the enemies do get stronger, like, noticeably stronger. And it's not like Legacy Goku 2, where they got stronger, but they always gave the same amount of XP. And with the XP system in this game, they vastly changed it, because they gave you items, and these items you can put on your character, and the personal best are the 10-ton boots and shoes. Because after that, one enemy can get you in almost a whole level up. And when this game's level cap is at 200 and you start in the 60s and the 70s, that is very well appreciated also. With that, yes, since it is an RPG, there is grinding involved, but the grinding is fun to do because it doesn't take long. But unfortunately, this is the end of the Legacy Goku trilogy. This trilogy did follow the entire plot of Dragon Ball Z. But the tragic part about this game is, this game isn't Dragon Ball Z, the Legacy Goku 3 Boost Fury. It's just called Dragon Ball Z Boost Fury. Ditching the Legacy Goku name, unfortunately cost this game very mediocre sales. Therefore, ending the Legacy Goku series and Dragon Ball RPGs for a long time, until there was one developed by the people who made Xenoblade on the DS. I believe it's called Attack of the Saiyans. And after that, that's it for Dragon Ball RPGs until next year when Dragon Ball Z Kakarot comes out, which is also the real reason I wanted to make this video. But now, let's go to the rankings of the Legacy Goku series. Legacy of Goku 1, fucking terrible. I give Legacy of Goku 1 a 3 out of 10. The Legacy of Goku 2, such a vast improvement. A really good game that still holds up nearly 16 years later. I give that game a 8 out of 10. Dragon Ball Z Boost Fury, my personal favorite Dragon Ball game. I give it a solid score of a 9.5 out of 10.
You what?
Some of the glaring issues with this game caused it to not get a full 10. But I am Dr. Jim. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe. And have yourselves a beautiful day or night whenever you watch this. Remember to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links in the description below. I'll see you in the next one.